The Lord be with you. I'm Deacon Keith Fournier, and our first reading is from the first book of Samuel. Saul thereupon took 3,000 men selected from all Israel and went in search of David and his men east of the rocks of the mountain goats. He came to the sheepfolds along the route where there was a cave and went in to cover his feet. Now David and his men were sitting in the recesses of the cave. David's men said to him, "Today is the day of which Yahweh said to you, I shall deliver your enemy into your power. Do what you like with him." David got up and, unobserved, cut off the border of Saul's cloak. Afterwards, David reproached himself for having cut off the border of Saul's cloak. He said to his men, "Yahweh preserved me from doing such a thing to my Lord as to raise my hand against him, since he is Yahweh's anointed." By these words, David restrained his men and would not let them attack Saul. Saul then left the cave and went on his way. After this, David too left the cave and called after Saul, "My Lord, King." Saul looked behind him, and David, bowing to the ground, prostrated himself. David then said to Saul, "Why do you listen to people who say, 'David intends your ruin'? This very day you have seen for yourself how Yahweh put you in my power in the cave, and how, refusing to kill you, I spared you, saying, 'I will not raise my hand against my Lord, since he is Yahweh's anointed.' Look, Father, look at the border of your cloak in my hand, since although I cut the border off your cloak, I did not kill you. Surely you realize that I intend neither mischief nor crime. I have not wronged you, and yet you hunt me down to take my life. May Yahweh be judge between me and you, and may Yahweh avenge me on you, but I shall never lay a hand on you. As the old proverb says, wickedness comes out of wicked people, but I shall never lay a hand on you. On whose trail is the king of Israel campaigning? Whom are you pursuing? On the trail of a dead dog, of a flea? May Yahweh be the judge and decide between me and you. May he examine and defend my cause and give judgment for me by rescuing me from your clutches." When David had finished saying this to Saul, Saul said, "Is that your voice, my son David?" And Saul began to weep aloud. "You are upright and I am not." He said to David, "Since you have behaved well to me, whereas I have behaved badly to you. And today you have shown how well you have behaved to me, since Yahweh had put me in your power, but you did not kill me. When a man comes on his enemy, does he let him go unmolested? May Yahweh reward you for the good you have done me today. Now I know that you will indeed reign, and that the sovereignty in Israel will pass into your hands." In our response, from Psalm 57. I call to God the Most High, to God who has done everything for me. May he send from heaven and save me, and check those who harry me. May God send his faithful love and his constancy. I lie surrounded by lions, greedy for human prey. Their teeth are spears and arrows, their tongue a sharp sword. They laid a snare in my path. I was bowed with care. They dug a pit ahead of me, but fell in it themselves. Be exalted above the heavens, God, your glory over all the earth. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to St. Mark. Jesus now went up onto the mountain and summoned those he wanted. So they came to him, and he appointed 12. They were to be his companions and to be sent out to proclaim the message, with power to drive out devils. And so he appointed the 12, Simon, to whom he gave the name Peter, James the son of Zebedee, and John the brother of James, to whom he gave the name Boanerges, or sons of thunder, Andrew, Philip, Bartholomew, Matthew, Thomas, James the son of Alphaeus, Thaddeus, Simon the Zealot, and Judas Iscariot, the man who was to betray him. The Gospel of the Lord.